Okay, hello everybody. In this video we're going to look at the Timeliner tool in Navisworks Manage. This is not available in Navisworks Freedom, only available in Manage and Simulate. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go and open from the Home tab. We want to open up our Timeliner dialog box. So now in the Timeliner dialog box, you'll see you have these series of tabs and tasks, and then you have data sources. Data sources are basically your Excel files or any other type of compatible file that you can create tasks from. And then you have configure and simulate. So the first thing I'm going to do, I want to start off in the configure tab. So what we have here is these are phases. So we got construct, demolish, and temporary. So to add another phase here, we want to hit the appearance definitions, and we'll open that, and we want to add a new phase of definition. So this is the new appearance, and we'll change the name to existing. And we'll change the color here, make this a gray color, and OK. And then we can change the transparency here. Let's make this 50%. 50. Now the default simulation start appearance, let's make this high, so we'll leave it at high. And so we'll select OK here. Now we're going to add this guy that we just created. So we got add new, and so we'll select this, and we'll call this existing. Enter. Now for the start appearance, and we'll go and find where we created existing, and then we'll go for the end appearance. We'll select this as model appearance. Okay. Now after we created the new tasks, we'll go into our tasks. Okay, so to add task, okay, you can hit this and say add task, but we have one already, or hit return or enter, and it'll create a new task. So right here, let's call this site work. And then we'll have a planned start date. So I'm going to just say today's date. And then my end date will be the 13th. And then I'll select my task type, and I'll use the existing that we used prior. Now you can see here to the right, this is a bar showing the task at hand, so we can hide that or bring it back if we want. So you can even add cost to this thing. So now what I want to do is, while I have this task highlighted, I want to shift it around, and I want to select the site elements, and then I want to right click in the taskbar, and I want to attach current selection. So that selection is attached to this task. So now let's go and shift this guy around. Now let's go and use some of our elements to add these other tests that we used in the past. So let's go with our enable sectioning, and let's just drag this guy down. Okay, that's good to there. And so let's make a new task. Let's call this task foundations. Okay, and that's still a start date. tab, so let's go with the 14th, and our end date will be the 17th. This task type will be construct. Okay, now let's go in and select our elements. So we can do this. We can select one of our footings, and we can hit the home tab and go select same name, and pick up all of our pad footings. And then, but here I think I want to add some more elements, so we can easily do this as well. So we got all of our footings, and we'll right click here and we'll say attach current selection. So it says explicit selection, so we tick this, you'll see they'll all pick up. So that's showing how that's letting us know we have them. So now let's just go slide up a little bit here. Let's grab these columns next. So the next selection set, so I'll add next task, I'll add task. We'll call this task, come on now, columns. Okay. Yes, we'll call that columns and hit enter. I just want to check something here. Okay. Let's add our columns now. They try to sequence this thing just like a construction. So let's go columns, and we can select same name, and we'll add that to a selection set. Okay, so our start date for our columns will be, let's make this the 18th. And let's finish this on the 20th. And this will be also construct. And we'll do, let's add these foundation walls with this since we're down here. We want to build this guy straight up. So we want to add all these elements to our selection set. So let's right click, attach current selection. Okay, so now we have our columns and walls. I want to see if I can change this. And see if that'll, I've never done this before. Let's just take a test and see how this works. So we can rename this to columns and walls. You know, let's see, we can select the set, and it does work. So now let's just push this guy up a little higher. Let's go in and put in our, let's do our floor now. Let's see, floor. Yep. It's all this concrete slab. Then we'll have our start date on the 21st. And we'll end it on the 23rd. And this will be also new. And let's make sure I grab this guy. Okay, and let's go and say right click, attach current selection. So now we're moving along here. So if I hit this guy, it should pick our floor. It's a little funny because I don't know, I think But anyway, let's move on. Not too much worried about that. So now let's go and grab, let's move our gizmo up a little bit more. And so now we've got other elements in here. Let's grab these steel columns. Right click, name the same. And let's call this, wait a minute, we can need a new task here. So let's call this steel framing. And let's start this on the, let's say the 25th. And we finish this on the 27th. So let's grab, so let's take this whole frame issue. So let's grab this guy and we'll say same name and we'll add this tile set. And this will be new construction. This will be construct. And we'll say right click and we'll attach selection. Okay. So now let's go and grab some of this interior elements. Like let's just take this cable tray. I want to do the walls last because I want to see all of this stuff inside. So let's grab this. So let's add a new task. Let's just say electrical. Let's hit enter. Let's go. Let's say, where do we start here? We should be on the 28th. And let's finish up on the 29th. And now let's grab, and let's say select, select same name. So that picked up all of that cable tray. And let's add these pieces as well. Oh, bugger. See what happened there. So let's grab this guy. Let's select same name. So we have all those, and let's go and select. Okay, here we go. Now let's get this cable tray. I don't want to get too fancy with this. It's really not that crucial to show this. So let's select same name, and we'll add that to a selection set. This will be construct as well, and then we'll right click and we'll attach selection. Now let's pull this guy up a bit more, and let's grab our steel, our roof framing. So let's go and add another selection set. Another task. We'll call this roof framing. Wait, okay. Click enter. Oh, go back to the start date. The start date for this one, let me see, where do we stop off? The 29th. So let's start on the 30th. And let's end this on the 1st. And this will also be construct. Now let's go up and pull this guy up a little bit more. Actually, at this point, we don't even need the section. Let's just hide this roof. And let's go and grab our, and let's select same name. And grab, oh, let's see. Let's grab this and select same name. And let's control hit this beam and do the same thing as well. And we'll right click this and we'll select selection. Attach the current selection. Okay. Now let's grab our walls. No, I don't think we want to grab the roof now. Just unhide all. Let's grab our roof. This will be a new task. F. And the roof will go in on the, let's see, we'll be at date lines first. Okay, the roof will go in on the second. Let's say the third. It'll be done on the fourth. And this will be a new construction. And then we'll select that roof. And then we'll right click here, add selection set. So there's our roof there in the set. Okay, now the last but least, we have the walls. Add a new set, add a new task. Install these walls. We want these going last. Hopefully this is all a mystery how it's going to turn out, folks. So bear with us. So it will be the 6th, and the planned end date will be on the 8th. Okay, so now this will be new construct as well. So we'll select the wall, select all, and then select same name. Right click here and add to our attach current selection. Now we have all of our tasks complete and ready to go, and as you can see here, this timeline selects the the schedule basically. You can turn it on or turn it off. We go on weekly here, so that's why it's shown that way. So let's go in here and we don't want to disable that sectioning now. We don't need it. So let's just go right about here. Let's simulate. Let's run it. Yeah, I think we could have shown the bottom, but there's our columns coming in. So we're going through each task as we attach them to the task. And there you go. So this is basically a basic introduction to our timeliner. As you can see, the windows are not showing up because we didn't add them to the task. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, like me, or stay with me, and see, these are all of our tasks. And here's another one here, configured. We looked at configure. So again, thanks for watching, and next time I'll be able to do more of these videos. If you subscribe, have questions, just shoot me a question. Thanks again, and bye.